Okay. First question will come from Greg Auman.
Hey, Todd, I just wanted to first of all ask if you had any updates on the three guys that were hurt and left the game in terms of Vita with the calf injury, or what you're dealing with in terms of the other two injuries that came out of the game yesterday.
Vita's got a strained calf. Dean has a toe injury, his big toe, and Shoyinka has a hip. We're waiting for results to come back now.
Next question will come from Joey Knight.
Thank you.
Todd, was there any consideration late in the game, 35-7 wet field, with pulling Tom and just letting Blaine finish it?
No, not at the time. I mean, we're still trying to score some points. I think they held the ball the last part of it, just to hand the ball off and concede the game. That wasn't it. We were trying to work on some things, so we let them stay in the game.
And just as follow up, Todd, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, he only has 5 tackles, 1 sack in his last 4 games. Just when you watch it, what's going on there? What is impeding him? What is he doing or not doing that is just hindering him at this point?
He's athletic. I think the mental part of the game is not coming fast enough. He's learning different things every week. I don't think he's put it all together yet, but I don't think he's been playing bad. He's been close a lot of times, but it just hadn't turned the corner yet. He just got to finish at the top of the rush, so to speak.
Thanks.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Todd, Michael Silver had a report that came out after the game where he said the night before each game, Brady, meaning Tom Brady, of course, runs a separate meeting with the Bucs skill players during which he goes over the game plan, makes tweaks to adjustments and formations, and provides a revised blueprint, one which first-year head coach Todd Bowles, offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich, and the rest of his staff are left to discover in real time once the game begins. Do you agree with that assessment? And if so, what are your thoughts about it?
No, we know what's going on in the meeting, and we know all the tweaks. The defensive guys meet by themselves as well. We have several position groups that meet by themselves as well to get on the same page together before a game. That's not new.
And also, too, after looking at the film, what were some of the more positive takeaways? I know that, you called it an ass kick, and that's what it was. But what were some of the things that maybe stood out to you from a positive standpoint?
Devin Tompkins was positive in the return game. I thought he did some good things coming out.
Thanks, Todd.
Evan Winter.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, it's a really good offensive philosophy, and there's a lot of creative play designs that go into the Shanahan-McVay offenses. Just curious to get your thoughts on why they're really able to attack your defense and take advantage of your defenses.
Well, Kyle's been an excellent play caller for a long time. I think we aided some of that as well. We didn't play our best game on defense, and we got out of our gaps quite a few times. And I think that hurt us a little more, but they did a good job running off the ball, getting up to the second level, getting to our backers and running away from the D linemen.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go to Greg Auman. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Todd, I know penalties played a big role in this game early on in terms of negating some big plays. When you look back on Keanu Neal's hit, or you look back on the hold that was called on Donovan Smith, or even the defensive hold on Carlton Davis that negated the pick, did those seem like correct calls when you look back on them now?
For Keanu, he could have aimed a little bit lower there. He could have went for the strip instead of the hit. Donovan's was a holding call. Carlton's I didn't think was a penalty, but you can't do nothing about that.
Okay, thank you.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Todd, after the game last night, you said that your that your team has to decide who it wants to be down the stretch here with these last 4 games. Have you heard any answer from any of your team captains or any players that have come up to you and giving you any feedback on what that message was? I know it's only been less than 24 hours, but I just wondered if you'd had any feedback from the players about that message.
No, but we get feedback all the time, and all players talk, coaches talk. We talk about it. It's about doing the right things, and following through and finishing it up. And, the talking part is kind of over. It's kind of about producing at this point in time.
Thanks, Todd.
Joey Knight.
Todd, you indicated afterward it's too late to make wholesale changes, obviously, this late in the season, but you can always make tweaks and adjustments. Do you feel you're close enough to where just a few tweaks and adjustments can get this thing going down the stretch, especially on offense?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I mean, we missed some plays yesterday on offense. We got some penalties on offense. Same thing on defense. We can make enough tweaks to where we feel like we're close enough that we can score some points.
John Romano.
Going off that idea of tweaks and adjustments on offense, how different does the offense look to you from what it was 2 months ago?
It's a little different. It's a little more different. Rashad's involved a little bit more. Obviously, we've got the running game going a little bit better, not as much as we want it to be, but it's a little bit more, and it's spread out. We're trying to spread the ball around some. There's been some injuries taking place since then, so the line looks a little different as well. But for the most part, we got to score more points. We understand that, and that helps with the offense scoring more and the defense getting more turnovers.
We'll go to Evan Klosky.
Hey, again, building off of that, just how much say does Tom Brady have in this offense with Byron Leftwich as they're working together to make these tweaks and entering on game day of what you guys are trying to do?
Hey, boy, it's a collaboration. It's a collaboration with Clyde, Tom, some of the receivers as well, and trying to get the right plays in that he likes, the things that Byron likes, and then meshing it together. It's been like that since he's been here.
Evan Winter.
So obviously, Tom Brady missed some throws yesterday, a lot of throws that he normally would make. Just how hard is it when the offense is struggling to even overcome that aspect? Tom missing throws like that.
It's not hard to overcome, but the defense didn't play well as well. You can say the same thing. It was a team collapse, and it was a team effort from that standpoint. We had plays to make on offense. We had plays to make on defense. We just didn't make them. And when no one's making them, that makes it awfully tough to overcome.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Todd, as it stands right now with 4 games left, Mike Evans has 805 yards on the season. I know you're not going to put his personal records and goals ahead of the team. You want the team to win, even at the expense of Mike not getting 1,000 yards. But in the back of your mind, is there a priority to make sure that he continues that streak? It's the longest in the NFL of 8 consecutive seasons, perhaps 9, with 1,000 yards.
It would be great to have, but like you said, our priority is trying to get in the playoffs, and hopefully it comes within that realm.
Thanks, Todd.
All right. That's all we have for today. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.